We see an exterior of the Claring household at night. The house is quiet, too quiet. No crickets, no birds chirping, no dogs barking. We cut to the interior of a child's bedroom. Joff is in bed, looking up at the ceiling, thinking about the events of the day. We cut to an interior of the living room, where we find Angela and Gabe are sipping on wine as they watch TV. We cut back to the child's bedroom. Joff is restless, unable to sleep. He tosses and turns. He looks over at the wall and sees those mysterious white eye shadows. He squeezes his eyes closed. We hear the sound of a distant child giggling. The eye lights move down the wall to a level about 4 feet high. Then from out of the shadow, a dark child figure steps forward and crouches down in front of the bed, giggling uncontrollably. Joff opens his eyes and yelp. The dark child is sitting right in front of him.
Who are you? What are you laughing at? How did you get in my room? What do you want?
The dark child puts his finger to his lips, signaling for Joff to be quiet. The dark child gets up and walks over to the toy chest below the window and climbs on top of it. He turns around and waves for Joff to follow him, giggling all the time. Joff shakes his head no. The dark child waves him over again, but Joff again signals no. The dark child just smiles and climbs up onto the sash and opens up the window.
Stop! No!
Down in the living room, Angela and Gabe think they hear something upstairs and they look at each other. Back in the child's bedroom, the dark child stands at the precipice of the window and waves Joff over again, enticingly. But Joff still refuses to follow. With that, the dark child spreads his arms wide and swan dives out of sight.
No!
Joff runs over to the chest and climbs quickly up on the window. He looks down to the driveway and sees the dark child just standing down there looking up at him, laughing and pointing. He shrugs his shoulders at the simplicity of the fall and his lack of injury. He waves for Joff to come down, jump. Joff, weakly this time, mouths, no. But the dark child waves, smiles, dances, and gestures for Joff to jump. Joff looks around, thinks about jumping. He leans out of the window and starts to jump, but something prevents him. A hand is holding him back. It's Angela, holding him back by his pajama top. The light from the hallway gives her an angelic glow, but Joff is mesmerized and tries to jump again. Angela pulls him back again, this time into her arms, and hugs him tight.
Jophiel, no!
She strokes his head and looks at him. Joff's face and pajama top is covered with blood from his nose.
Oh my God, is it?
She reaches around and grabs the pillow from his bed. She tears off the pillowcase and starts wiping up the blood.
But he did it.
He twists around to look down at the driveway, but the dark child is not there. Angela continues to wipe his face.
That is not a boy, Joff. It only looks like one, okay? It wants to hurt you. Outside and inside. Don't let him hurt you or make you do something that will hurt you, okay?
Joff nods, sniffs. As Angela continues to hug Joff, we see that there is a twinkle in his eye, in Joff's eye. The camera zooms in. We hear ephemeral, hopeful, uplifting mandolin strumming. We move closer to Joff's eye to see a field of stars. We cut to the interior of a planetarium where we fly through an amazing star field of galaxies and galactic dust. The narrator says, "Infinity. The human mind can barely grasp the concept of the size and distances of our universe. There are more stars than grains of sand on the beach. Billions of galaxies, trillions of planets. Where did all this come from? The Big Bang? 14 billion years ago. An event shrouded in mystery that some say points to an intelligent design. Joff has now grown into a handsome, sandy-haired teenager. He stares up at the domed screen, his mouth gaping open in wonder. Crystal Gates, with luminous, long blonde hair, Joff's very pretty, now 17-year-old girlfriend, sits next to him. The music fades. They are sitting in an auditorium along with a group of high school students. Crystal glances over to see Joff with his mouth agape, and she giggles at his obvious fascination. The narrator says, "All of this matter, all of the light, is actually held together by dark matter. And the force that expands the universe is dark energy. But we don't really know what either of these forces are. We only know what they do. Maybe someday, one of you will discover what it is." Meanwhile, Crystal cannot resist. She reaches under Joff's chin and closes his mouth. Joff jumps.
Whoa, Crystal!
You're going to catch flies with your mouth open, Joff.
Sorry.
Sorry for scaring you. This show is amazing.
They both look up to the projection of galaxies, while the narrator continues. The light we are seeing from the farthest reaches of the universe happened almost 13 billion years ago. That means today, the universe is really 26 billion light years bigger, which means these ancient galaxies are now too far away to even see anymore. Joff glances over at Crystal and admires her. But several seats away, a malevolent teenager, sitting amongst other students, leans forward in an unnatural way and cocks his head to watch what is going on. You hear a sound effect, an ominous, weird string sound. The malevolent teenager's face is expressionless, looking at Joff and then Crystal. He smiles faintly, thinking of a heinous idea. Joff sniffs, puts his finger up to his nose, checking for blood. There is an old, familiar feeling. He looks around for the source, but sees nothing. He looks over at Crystal self-consciously.
Oh, gee, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Sorry.
She digs through her purse and empathetically hands him a Kleenex. He blots at his bloody nose, embarrassed. Crystal smiles at him with sympathy and affection.